Have you ever had a moment when your life felt stuck, when no matter how hard you tried, nothing seemed to change? Picture a young woman who worked day and night in her office. She watched her colleagues get promoted. She watched them receive recognition. And even though she gave her very best, her efforts felt invisible. One night, she sat on her bed in tears, feeling small and forgotten by the world. Then a memory came back to her. Something her grandmother once told her: the world does not give you what you want, it gives you what you assume is already yours. That one sentence planted a seed in her mind and changed everything. Within a few months, she was no longer overlooked. She was promoted, respected, and soon became the leader of her department. It did not happen because she suddenly worked harder than before. It happened because she stepped into a new identity. She began to live as the woman who was already successful, already valued, and the world had no choice but to mirror that back. This is the power of the law of assumption. Many people know about the law of attraction. They hear phrases like raise your vibration, become a magnet, pull your desires toward you. And yes, it can work. But the law of assumption goes deeper and can often feel even more powerful. The law of attraction asks you to draw something from outside, while the law of assumption says you do not need to draw anything at all. Everything you want is already a part of you. It is not about waiting to see proof. It is about becoming the proof. It is about living as if your dreams are already real. Think about your own life. How many times have you assumed something negative and then watched it come true? Maybe you assumed you would fail an exam, and you did. Maybe you assumed that person would ignore your message, and they did. Maybe you assumed people at work did not respect you, and suddenly everything they did looked like disrespect. That is the law of assumption working against you. The truth is you're already using it every day. The only question is whether you're using it consciously or unconsciously. Every person you meet and every event you face is a reflection of your inner world. The colleague who annoys you, the friend who inspires you, the stranger who helps you by chance, they're all mirrors. When someone irritates you, it is often because they reflect a part of yourself you have not healed. When someone uplifts you, it is because they reflect qualities you already have or qualities you want to grow into. Nothing is random. Life is like a movie, and you are not just the actor, you're also the director. Your subconscious mind is the camera of that movie. Whatever beliefs you feed into it are projected onto the screen of your life. And unlike a movie theater, this projection is not only an image, it shapes reality itself. So how do you change your script? Imagine you want a promotion at work. Most people sit back hoping their boss will notice them. They say, I want a promotion, or I hope it comes soon. But the law of assumption does not ask you to wait. It asks you to step into the role of the person who already has it. You stop saying, I want, and start saying, I am promoted. You repeat it every day, not with desperation, but with quiet certainty, like a truth you are reminding yourself of. At first, it feels like a game, like pretending. But over time, repetition becomes stronger than doubt. Your subconscious accepts it. You start carrying yourself differently. You become more confident. You speak with more authority. You act like the leader you already are. The outer world begins to align with this interchange. By the time a promotion comes, it does not feel like a surprise. It feels like the natural next step because in your mind it was already real. Science shows us this power in the placebo effect. In medical trials, some patients are given sugar pills instead of medicine. Yet they often heal or improve as if they had taken the real treatment. Why? Because they believed. Their belief alone was enough to trigger change in the body. Their mind accepted the assumption, and the body followed. This shows us that belief is not weak imagination. Belief is power. Now, think about bringing this same principle into your desires. You affirm, I am promoted, but you also take a simple action to back it up. Maybe you stay a little longer at work. Maybe you organize your desk as if you're already in a higher role. This small action acts as proof for your subconscious. It says, yes, this is real. When the mind sees this, the assumption becomes stronger and the outside world has no choice but to catch up. And this does not only work for big achievements like promotions or money. It can work for small and personal desires too. Some people have used the law of assumption to change parts of their body. Imagine someone who wants a sharper jawline or a straighter nose. Each day, they touch that part of their face, fully believing that this action is shaping it. Over time, small changes appear, not because of magic, but because the mind is the greatest builder of reality. When you believe with deep certainty, your body and your world begin to arrange themselves to match that belief. So stop for a moment and ask yourself honestly, if you truly knew that your assumptions will always become your reality, what would you choose to assume right now? Would you assume wealth, health, love, joy? Or would you continue to assume lack, fear, and rejection? Because whether you believe it or not, the law is always working. It is like music. Some people are good at playing guitar, others prefer piano. Neither is better. Both can create beauty. The law of attraction and the law of assumption are like different instruments. The law of attraction is perfect for those who can raise their vibration and stay in alignment with energy. But the law of assumption is a gift for those who struggle to keep their energy high all the time. Because here you do not have to attract or wait. You simply accept that what you want is already yours. You live as if it is done. When you live from this state, miracles stop looking like miracles. They feel normal. Life begins to flow, doors open, and what once felt impossible becomes every day. Remember the woman from the beginning? She did not only get promoted, she also found love. She improved her health. She grew into a person she never thought she could become. She did not discover some hidden formula. She simply dared to assume that she already had the life she desired. And reality followed her lead. So ask yourself again, what reality are you assuming right now? Your future is not waiting for you somewhere far away. It is already inside your mind. You are shaping it with every thought and belief you hold. Assume boldly, assume wisely, and watch how life bends to your belief. If you're still here, thank you for listening to the end. I wish you love, abundance, and peace in your life. Remember, your dream life is not out of reach. It is already yours. Step into it now and never look back.